Hey Gemini, hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your deep love read for the middle of March. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. I'm going to be doing singles as well as complicated. I'm going to start with singles. Timestamp complicated in the description box below. Also in the description box, you're going to find a 20% off coupon code. Celebrate my 2nd year anniversary. It's thank you 333. 20% off for all my services for those of you who would be into getting a reading with me, if you're interested in that, for whatever slots are left for the rest of the month. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay, I like this for the singles. This is nice. You know, this is beautiful energy. New person coming in. Let's see what's going on. Past, present, challenge. Outcome. The Knight of Wands in reverse. It's a challenge. Okay. The Eight of Swords, very interesting energy to get coming into this. So maybe you'll feel like, you know what, I'm really ready to get into a relationship. All right, with the Eight of Swords, like, all right, already enough. You know, I just, you know, this is about feeling trapped, you know, feeling very limited, thinking things are never going to improve, like you're never going to meet that person, you know, and really not feeling like you're jiving with either being single or some of you realizing that how wrong a past situation was for you after all. And a lot of Geminis are going to be kind of like becoming very, very clear, very crystallized in the realization of things that they've had themselves in the past. So there could be a lot of really good healing that's going to be going on this month as well for a lot of you. Things that you've maybe been challenged up to this point with releasing, it's just going to energetically feel a little more conducive to releasing in a healthier way, without there being any sort of like obsession, you know, or, you know, that kind of like intrusive energy. But the Eight of Swords really is about feeling like, you know, shoes are on the wrong feet in this situation. We have that clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups, rather. The Knight of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. So to have that clarifying, you realizing that somebody that you were with in the past was actually, at the end of the day, not the right person for you. How healthy is that? That's fabulous. And then we have that working with the Temperance energy. So Sagittarius, this is about what do you need? What does another person need? What does relationship need? And you're just getting in touch with all of that. And like, what does all of that even mean for you? And I like this a lot, because this is about just finding yourself, you know, energetically. And a lot of you are going to be feeling very energetically pulled or spiritually pulled towards a particular energy during this time period, very emotionally intense. But it's just like there's healing, there's good stuff here, you know, but it's also the kind of energy where you may be in conversation with somebody, even though you're still considering yourself single. And it's just not, it's not jiving with you. A lot of you just might not feel like it's the right thing. Like it's meaning good for you over the long term. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, is clarifying the Temperance energy. Queen of Cups is really about being very intuitive, having a high emotional intelligence, not being afraid of intimacy, really focusing on what it is that you value. There is a falling in love energy about this, deepening of love. The ability for that to work. Very beautiful, great, loving energy. So I feel like a lot of you just in this space of realizing what it is that you want, need, and desire, and whatever you've been in up to in this point really was not it for you. And it's almost like, all right, you know, moving on. Oh, well, you know, even if you felt, again, in, you know, leading up to this energy, like, oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon and Taurus. Somebody else got this. What does that mean? Taurus is about values, right? Full moon in Taurus, second house, values. You know, it's not only money, it's, you know, what do you want for yourself? What matters to you? At the end of the day, truly, what matters to you emotionally when it comes to relationship? Really important to understand. You're very close to achieving your goals. So this is nice because it seems like you're doing a lot of work on yourself here, which is nice. Let's see, check it out. We got the Fool as the situation right now. So a lot of you are just like, fresh path, new perspective. Come on, let's go. I'm ready, right? This is about Uranus taking a calculated risk, but this is like new. This is new. And you know what? A lot of you are going to be changing your strategy in relationship. And I know that sounds so calculated, but meaning you're not going to be going after the same thing that maybe you once went after. You know, a lot of you may be in that space. It depends on obviously what else is going on in your chart, what your progressed moon, where is your progressed sun, where are your progressions hanging out. But a lot of you are going to be feeling very motivated for a whole new beginning. However, we do have the Empress Reverse. So the Empress Reverse is about feeling kind of held back. Some of you may be feeling like you're very limited, feeling like you're not able to grow. So some of you might be in the situation where you really want to go out there and have a new relationship, but you're really focused on your money, trying to make things happen for you in that way. So you feel kind of held back. There's this element I'm feeling held back, where you feel like for whatever reason you're not able to actually grow in something, right? This could definitely be that. It could be for any reason, like some sort of financial, maybe a domestic issue that's creating some sort of like disruptive stress in your life. But something's getting in the way of you being able to move forward in the way that you would like. However, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is all about moving forward. This is about Saturn and Pisces energy. It's again another high emotional intelligence energy. This is about departure, change. Something doesn't feel right, so it's time to move on. This is like an energy of sadness but no regret. I love this for you guys because I feel like while you're realizing you may not be able to go full throttle moving forward with somebody right now, you're cleaning off that last bit of residue off your soul of somebody who you were with at one point. And realizing that at the end of the day, it was a blessing here that it didn't work out, because you know intuitively this person was really not for you in the long term. Maybe for the moment or maybe for the time period, but not for the long term. Because this Eight of Cups energy is about, what are you dreaming about, right? I mean, it's Saturn and Pisces, right? So Pisces is this energy of like, what's in your mind's eye? What do you dream about in relationship, within reality? And Saturn is about doing the work to make that happen. But this is you realizing, like, it doesn't matter how hard you work in a particular situation, anything that you were in the past, it was not meant for you. Not in the way that it was. And then we have the Two of Cups energy. Really nice, mutually supportive energy. This does indicate a new relationship, somebody coming in and proposing something. This could be like, hey, do you want to finally get together for that dinner? Or just initially starting a conversation in the first place, right? Really nice. And even especially for those of you, some of you may be in a space where like you are communicating with somebody online and it seems sort of weird for a minute, where it was really good and then it gets weird. So this is about harmony returning. The Two of Cups is always about a sharing of emotions in a really healthy way. I always think like via a conversation, there being a really good conversation here. Now, as far as your challenge goes, the first one up we have is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So Knight of Wands in reverse is a very like chaotic energy. It is. It's sexual excess. It's impulsivity. So does it mean all three of those? It could just mean one of them, And this might be a challenge for you right now, where, the Knight of Wands is like, I'm just not sure what I want. Do I want that or do I want that? Do I, just sort of being, every which way, having to do with the energy. So that could be your challenge. And then we have the Emperor. The Emperor is about, being large and in charge here. It's an Aries energy. It's about taking control of a situation, really, is the Emperor energy. Great person to meet, right? If you're meeting somebody, this can indicate meeting somebody new who's great, who values tradition, right? But the thing is, I always say with the Emperor energy as well, you want to be careful because there could be a little follow through. So this could be with you, and this could be a challenge that you are realizing you're experiencing within yourself, which is a very Gemini thing, right? And I talk about that a lot here, where that is the challenge of Gemini, right? Really needing this Renaissance energy, as I call it, where you want to feel very connected, you want to feel attracted, they have to be interesting, you have to be interested, and you know, if they're not all those things, it's very hard for you to not be restless. It's really hard. And this could be a challenge that you're recognizing in yourself right now. This idea of impulsivity and restlessness. And that's okay. It just is what it is. It just means maybe that, you know, you have to honor that and understand that when choosing somebody that you want to be with. We do have the Two of Pentacles. So some of you, even though you're single, you still may energetically be in this space where you're like, I need to make a decision once and for all, right? Energetically, you're saying to yourself, regarding what path do I want? Do I even want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be with that person or that person? You know, because there can be this sense of lack that you're trying to put your finger on. You know, maybe having to do with like the money in a situation, or just the connection, mental, physical, emotional, whatever it is. One of the pentacles needs to be put down, and that's really hard for you, because it's hard for you to commit to, because that's always the challenge of the Gemini energy as well. It's like, I'm just not sure, you know, there might be something maybe a little better around the corner, so I don't know if I want to fully commit to this. Or you seeing the value in everything all at once, you know, that's also Gemini. So that could be like, I don't know, you know, they both have their pluses and they both have their minuses, and I'm just not sure, that kind of thing. You know, depending on where your Libra's placed, right? You know, so some of you may be a little more confused than the next one. And then we have the Six of Swords energy here. So this is about moving on and being able to manifest something. So it could be like taking a step back, detaching from a situation that, you know, you are still energetically doing some internal work on, some sort of internal healing. Some of you just might be like, you know what, I want to get out of town. COVID, no COVID, I need to do a little trip here. Some of you are going to be saying that. But others of you may be just sort of like moving away, literally, like mentally, and just releasing a situation that you've been carrying for a little too long that really serves no point other than toxicity. And it's something that you've been challenged by. But I feel like up to this point, I do feel like in this energy, because you need to move on from something, right? I mean, there is this need, because there's some stagnancy here. But I do feel like you're going to energetically be able to do it. I really do. We have the final outcome here. Seven of Cups. So you're going to be confused, because you're going to have a lot of choices and confusions, commitment issue. So yeah, Gem, I mean, I feel like you might be dealing with that, where at the end of the day, you love the idea of being in a relationship. You love that idea of being connected, of having fun with somebody. You love all of that. But at the end of the day, you're just like not sure what to believe, what's fantasy, what's not. Things feel up in the air, and you're just not really clear on how you want to move forward, who you want to move forward with. I have to say, like, the Seven of Cups can indicate the beginning of a relationship, but you just not being very sure if that person kind of checks all the boxes that you're really looking for them to check off. And we have the Ace. We have two aces here. Very nice. We have the Ace of Swords. It's clarifying the Seven of Cups, which I like this, because this is a very, like, this is like the air coming in. First of all, it's a very auspicious energy for new beginnings and very clear thinking. So I like this to balance out the confusion, right? It does seem like there is going to be some sort of clear thinking had here, immediate change to the circumstances for the better. So I do like that. You want to be careful that you are assertive, not aggressive regarding a situation. I see there being new energy brought to you, and this is about getting over past obstacles, really getting what you want, thoughts becoming things. I always say with the Ace of Swords, it's really about, you know, because swords are thoughts and aces are brand new beginnings. So those thoughts being able to manifest, and there being some clarity there, which is nice. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, clarifying that Ace of Swords. So you're going to have all this mental agility. You're going to have this clarity. And this is a Venus and Virgo energy. This is all about comfort. So you're going to be realizing what is necessary for you to feel comfortable in a relationship and what that means for you. And you're also going to be really embracing your need for independence within a relationship. It doesn't mean that you don't want to be with somebody, but it just means that you realize in your life, in order for you to feel really successful in relationship, you want to feel productive in a relationship. You don't want stagnancy. And you recognize, I mean, that's the 9 is all about that productivity. And it's integrating your body, mind, and spirit in a way that resonates with you. And you're realizing this about yourself and you're accepting it. You know, and I always say with this energy, it's kind of like, you can't make somebody like something that they don't like. You can explain all of the benefits of something. You could say, how could you not like that person? Look at what they look like on paper. They're good looking, they make money. And you're like, yes, but I'm bored to death. Or that's actually not what I'm looking for. And so it's going to be very unique to you. What gets you going? And that's very important for you to have a certain level of like autonomy, but also interdependence in a relationship. You have to be attracted to that person, whatever that means to you. It's not going to be the same for everybody, obviously, right? They have to be interesting. They have to be strong communicators. These are all things that are very important to you, and you understanding that. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So somebody very spicy is coming in. Another auspicious energy, new beginning. This is about virility, a new chapter of passion. Really, really nice. So very motivated to be in this relationship is what you will be. And it's almost like once you figure out what you want, right? Because what happens when you're confused about what you want, you draw very confused energy. Not that they're confused, but energies to you that end up confusing you. Beautiful. Look at this. We got the 4 of Wands. I love it. Clarifying the Ace of Wands. This is nice, man. This is a new partner coming in, opening their heart, expressing their affection, it going really, really well. Beautiful. Call that the honeymoon card. I'll take it. Gee, I don't know. Do I want to just leave this alone right now? Let me pull a Wisdom of the Oracle. This is the last closing energy. But you need to be practical. And I like that you got that one, truth be told. Yeah, you got to be really honest with yourself about what it is that you want. And don't worry about what it sounds like. Who cares? This is your life. You know? If you want somebody, you know, with a strong nose and longish hair and they make a certain amount of money, then that's what you need, right? It's embrace whatever it is, because doing anything else is just going to have you chasing your tail. No place like home. Yes, in yourself. You have to be with somebody that you really feel at home with and at one with. Yep. Mending. Beautiful. You're going to be doing some healing through this connection. It does seem like. So we got the Ace of Cups. We have mending, truth be told. You being very straight up honest with yourself in a very practical way. And once you do that, everything's just going to be happening. I like the energy here for those of you who are single. I feel somebody new coming in as we get into Aries season. So I like that a lot. Maybe even into Aries, into Taurus season. So that's not, because we have that full moon in Taurus, which is nice. Okay, my friends, that's what I have for singles. Okay. And now let's go on to the complicated. So complicated is exactly that, whatever that means to you. Maybe you're broken up, maybe, and you still feel energetically like you're a couple, or maybe you are together 100%, but things are a little weird right now. Could be a bunch of different ways that ends up manifesting. Let's see what's going on. Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands. Still have fire in your belly for somebody. Page of Cups, new chapter. Okay. All right. So, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands in the recent past. Really good energy. New beginning. So some sort of new beginning. That's also an energy of virility. So maybe you found out you're pregnant. Definitely like a new chapter of something. Something that you guys feel very excited about. So it could be a brand new relationship, a new chapter of creativity again, starting a family, maybe buying a business together, buying a home together, or maybe just really good reconciling after having not been together for a while. And then we have the Empress energy that's clarifying that. So wow, I mean, these are two really, really good energies. It's all, she's the mother of the tarot. But you may have been feeling this confusion of which you figured things out. Okay, I'll explain to you why I'm saying that. Okay, Phoenix, very good. Because the Empress is all about growth, right? She is straight up Venus, but in numerology, she's connected to the Hangman and the World, and the World is about learning a lesson, right? And the Hangman is about taking some perspective, right? Taking a step back to get a different perspective, not feeling 100% clear, but taking a step back to gain some wisdom about the situation. But for a while, what I'm getting here is that you guys were not feeling 100% clear, but it's through working through that lack of clarity that there was some sort of lesson learned that incited the Ace of Wands. Then we have, though, the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, in the past, it does tell me that there was this sort of separation, this need for separation, right? Departure, change, really, again, this idea of emotional intelligence showing up. Something didn't feel right, and it was time to move past it. And you knew it was the right thing to do. Really, and you might have even left the situation before you left the situation, you know, emotionally. Some of you may certainly be in that space right now. This is the energy coming into this, where you felt like, you know what, I really need to work on myself. You're just saying, like, that's what I really need to do. And then we have the Six of Wands, though. The Six of Wands is very beautiful energy about just success. Feelings are shared, you know, well received, really good for communication. That can end up leading to the deepening of a connection. So in general, this is really good energy for relationship. But I feel like the Eight of Cups, though, now because it's, being bookended by the Empress energy and the Six of Wands, there could have been this realization that, you know, you have to move away from the toxicity in the relationship. Whatever negative way of relating that you guys were exercising in the past is walking away from that and just saying, like, look, we're not going to get where we want to be in the relationship if we keep doing that, and that's just not going to happen, you know. So we have to move away from that. But I feel like you guys met up or you called each other. There was this idea of just meeting to talk, whether it was on the phone, whether it was via an email, whatever it was. But it really is about having this discussion about things. So we have photograph, looking at photos, missing you, nostalgia, really wanting to make new memories. Okay, so we have, first here, we have Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a pretty much a power position. It's a strong position. This tells me that whatever the situation here is, it's been a very long and hard fight, which, I mean, you're tired. You're just tired, but you're going to have the perseverance to see it through. But if you're feeling really stretched right now and feeling very defensive and not feeling very good about things, it's temporary. It's not going to last. You want to be very, very careful of not getting sucked into a negative mindset. If you can manage to stay positive and open, this is going to be met with more success overall. Because remember, what's after the Nine of Wands? 10 of Wands. And that's the card of overwhelm. So try to just keep things balanced, you know, pick and choose your battles. Right now, it does seem like that's got to be the energy. We have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Page always means like a new cycle here, right? Really good news about this next chapter in your life that's sort of just like right there. This is sharing a lot of sensitive and really beautiful emotions. It really is. So this could be anything from getting back together, if you guys aren't together, sitting down and figuring things out, maybe going to therapy, finding out that you're expecting a child and that being like a beautiful thing that you guys are sharing, or something just really positive coming in that ends up being a good thing for this next stage of the relationship. But again, I feel like, look at this. I mean, it's even in the same line, right? Which is this idea of the Six of Swords, right? The Six of Swords is it's really about this moving away from a situation, right? Moving on. And you know, this could manifest more mentally than physically right now, but it's about detachment and time apart, at least for a minute, so that there could be some internal work done. Now, some of you, this could literally be maybe traveling. Maybe you're taking a trip. Some of you may be doing that as well. you know, just to get away from all the nonsense in life. So that would be obviously a more positive interpretation of it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is about putting in a lot of work into this relationship so that you guys could be happy. I mean, it really is that. This is really good for the beginning of a new cycle within this relationship. I like it because it's mental, physical, emotional connection. And if it is money, money's going to be going really well. So it could be, you know, maybe you guys started some sort of new business, or you're stepping into this next phase of your life, and money, investment in a property, something like that, investment in an education, something going very well, you know. But it is this idea of nostalgic. You've been working really hard at something here within this relationship, and they're just really wanting it to work. So let's see what your challenges are. Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, you might be having a hard time just keeping it all together with the Queen of Pentacles. This is the first one up, right? Because this is about financial dependence. This is could be a greedy energy. I know that sounds very negative, but it could be a greedy energy as far as connection as well. Like somebody's just not spending the time and energy in and on the relationship that's necessary, you know, and that's inciting a feeling of disconnect. Or somebody can quite literally be greedy with their money. There might be envy within this connection in some way, some sort of financial dependence that is making you feel uncomfortable, or it's just an uncomfortable thing that's being experienced within this relationship. Then we have the Ten of Wands, which, here we go, this is the card of overwhelm. Oops. You know, so yeah, overwhelm, responsibilities, burden, just a lot of demands, feeling very overwhelmed by things. So this doesn't even really have to have anything directly to do with your relationship, but more like a life thing, where maybe you guys are just so busy in your lives, so busy with work, so busy with kids, so busy with external family, whatever it is, that you're not paying attention to the relationship in the way that you guys really need to in order for it to work. So you know, you really need to do something about that. But I'm sure as I'm saying this, you're like, woman, you have no idea what my life is like. I can't change anything right now. And that may very well be true, which is why I always call this the catch-22 energy, you know, because it's like, you know what you have to do to make the difference. You know your marriage needs more attention, your relationship needs more attention, or you know you have to end maybe the relationship or do something different. There's got to be something ended, but it's like, you can't see your way around it because it's unavoidable at this point. But then what ends up happening with the Ten of Wands is you can't hold the wands up anymore. You got to go. It ends up being the end of a cycle. It's still a minor arcana. It doesn't mean the end of the relationship, but it means the end of the way things have been between the two of you guys. And you're just taking a little step back here, but having a hard time with this, right? Having a hard time taking a time, like a step back for perspective. It's not easy for you, right? It's creating this feeling of restlessness and anxiety and burnout, and you just feel very ready to act on something. You know, you're feeling very ready to just, come on, let's go, let's fix this, let's do whatever we have to do. And we have the Two of Pentacles energy, which is, which pentacle are you going to put down? Which is it going to be? Right? Because there are two aspects to a situation that needs addressing, right? So what is it going to be? And this needs to be addressed right now for you through some sort of like either empathy, compromise, negotiation. But you need to make a decision, figuring out, you know, what do you ultimately want out of this relationship? Which path do you want? Do you want the relationship to work? You have to make that decision. Do you want to be single? You have to make that decision. Do you want to be with this person or that person? Again, you have to make the decision. We have clarifying that mask. Not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, deluding, gaslighting. So somebody not, you know, being completely, I'm going to say like more forthcoming about what their true intentions are within the relationship. It does seem like. Because you don't know, though. It's literally like, I just don't know what the right thing is. You're just not sure. But look at how fabulous this last line is. Oh my gosh. All right, hello. So let's start with the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful. Gemini, Cancer energy. Gemini and Cancer. So having a really good conversation about what you want, need, and desire to feel safe and secure. This is about falling in love, deepening of love, emotional honesty about what's needed to make this work. Just being very loving and giving. And that's happening through the use of temperance. Being super honest about what you need, what they need, what does the situation need. And just being, again, so open and honest, because there's a new level of trust and patient cooperation, right? After a really challenging time period. So very emotionally intense time for sure. And we have wish fulfillment. Beautiful. I'll take it. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, great energy. You know, firing up your ambition. This is really nice. You know, events speeding up as blocks to a situation are lifted. Decisions coming in. Come on, let's go. You know, and in this area of relationships so that you could just move forward. So it's nice. Nice energy. And then we have the Phoenix is the clarifying, new phase, rekindling, renewing, transforming, growth, changed mind. Yeah. Gemini, you're changing your mind on a situation. Something that it's so, but I'm not getting that you never wanted the relationship to work. You were just really not sure if it was something that was right for you. You wanted to move away from the toxicity. You wanted somebody to be a lot more solid in the situation. Again, move away from the toxicity, move away. You wanted to take a time out to see how can this relationship be successful for you guys to get your wish fulfillment. You're being very, very sort of very careful about that. You know, but then we have the Empress, the Page of Cups. So we have the idea of growth, a new cycle. Okay, things becoming overwhelming, and you guys figuring that out, that energy of overwhelm through temperance. So it seems like there's a lot of conversation that's going to be happening here. You show me a stability and security I have never known. I never told you the full truth about my childhood. Somebody else got this. It wasn't good, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Our connection still affects me. I still feel you on my soul. So, you know, even if you guys are together, even if you're breaking bread every night and sharing the same bed, I just feel like a lot of you are in this space of feeling rather disconnected. And then we have the Phoenix. I'm not the person you remember. Good. I mean, this is about change for the better. Beautiful. I love it. All right. Let's pull a couple of oracles, and then I'll let you go about your day. Okay, let's see what we have here. Our Gemini friends. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Beautiful. See, I love this for you guys because this is about sharing values. Taurus is all about values. What matters to you? New moon. So things are going to be very like highlighted on what it is that everybody, what really matters to everybody. And it's through that where this relationship can be prosperous for the both of you, not only for you. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Beautiful. What this means is you guys are home in each other, right? Cancer is all about the home. A home is about safe, secure. You guys are good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I like that. Beautiful. Last one. It's Polar Wisdom of the Oracles. Closing energy, please. Between worlds, yeah, I believe that. Yeah, you guys are transitioning right now. You're transitioning your relationship. Beautiful. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. You know, it just does seem like, what I like about this energy, it's almost like you're so focused on leaving the toxicity behind because you just don't want to deal with that. You really don't. You know, you guys have all this energy in your 9th house for the next 2 years. It's all about belief systems, staying positive. It's the most positive energy. It really is. Out of all the houses, it's the most positive house. Jupiter rules it. And it's just about, you know, wanting to expand yourself. And you don't want the weight of any like negative Nancy's. You don't want any, like nothing like that. You want the toxicity to be gone. You want to move forward. You want to work things out. You want to do it together. And you want to do it in a way that's exciting and that really speaks to your soul. So that's what I see happening here, which is really, really nice. My friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.